Every time a lead hits your voicemail, you lose, on average, $200 in potential revenue. If that happens just 5 times a day, which for most HVAC companies during peak season, is a conservative number, that's $1,000 a day, $30,000 a month. Gone. Not because the customer went with a cheaper contractor. Because you didn't pick up. Here's the part nobody talks about. Most HVAC owners know they're missing calls. They just don't know how much it's actually costing them. A 2011 study out of MIT, still the most cited research in the field, found that the odds of contacting a lead drop by 100 times if you wait just 5 minutes after they fill out a form or leave a message. 100 times. Not 10% worse. 100 times harder. And the speed-to-lead problem is brutal for home service businesses specifically. You're out on a job. Your dispatcher is juggling 3 calls. Your office line rings, goes to voicemail, and that homeowner? They've already opened a second browser tab and called your competitor. According to data from ServiceTitan, the average missed call rate for independent HVAC companies is between 22 and 35% during peak months. If you're running $500,000 in annual revenue, that's potentially $110,000 to $175,000 in annual billings you never even got a shot at. And here's what makes it worse. You already paid for that lead. Whether it was a Google ad click, a Yelp listing fee, or a yard sign that brought a neighbor to your website, you put money in to get that phone to ring. And then the phone rang, and nobody answered. So what do you actually do about it? Let's go through 3 concrete fixes, starting with the one that moves the needle the fastest. Fix number 1. Set a 90-second response rule and make it non-negotiable. Research from Lead Response Management, a study tracking over 15,000 web leads across industries, shows that responding within 5 minutes makes you 21 times more likely to have a meaningful conversation with that prospect than if you wait 30 minutes. But 5 minutes is still too slow for most home service calls. The new benchmark you should be targeting is 90 seconds, especially for inbound texts and web form submissions. Here's how you operationalize it. First, designate one person at all times, during business hours, whose only job is to respond to new leads. Not dispatch. Not answer service questions. Just respond to new leads. That's their priority 1. Second, write 3 response templates right now. 1 for missed calls, 1 for web form inquiries, and 1 for after-hours voicemails. Pre-written, personalized enough to feel human, short enough to send in 10 seconds. Hey, this is name from company. Saw your missed call. Still need help with your AC? We have a tech available today. That's it. Simple. Fast. Effective. Fix number 2. Stop treating text as a secondary channel. If you're still calling back every lead, you're losing to the companies that text first. A 2022 consumer survey by Podium found that 81% of consumers prefer receiving a text from a business over a phone call, especially for service scheduling. 81%. And the booking rate for text responses is significantly higher than callbacks. Why? Because the customer doesn't have to stop what they're doing. They're at work. They have kids. They can text back when they can. A callback forces them to drop everything. Your workflow should look like this. Missed call comes in, your team immediately sends a text. Not a call, a text within 90 seconds. If there's no response to the text in 15 minutes, then you call. Lead recovery goes in that order, not the other way around. If you can't consistently hit 90 seconds with your current team size, you're not alone. And we'll talk about what other operators are doing about that in a moment. Fix number 3. Build an after-hours capture system so you're not starting every morning with a cold lead pile. Here's the math. For most residential HVAC companies, 30 to 40% of incoming leads arrive outside business hours, evenings, weekends, and early mornings. That's according to scheduling data pulled from Housecall Pro across thousands of service companies. If your only after-hours option is a voicemail box that says, "Leave a message and we'll call you in the morning," you are handing those leads to whoever answers their phone at 8 p.m. The solution is an active after-hours response path. At minimum, an auto text that fires the moment someone calls after hours, with an estimated response time and a link to book online. Better, a live chat or text channel that actually responds. Even just to acknowledge, qualify, and confirm. Best, a system that can answer the first qualifying questions, figure out urgency, and get a time on the calendar while the customer is still in the moment. This is the exact problem that tools like Maya from HeatBooker were built for. It's an AI texting agent that responds to every inbound text in seconds, qualifies the lead, handles the back and forth, and gets the job booked, even at 11 p.m. on a Saturday. No staff required. If you want to see how it works, I'll put the link in the description. It's not the only solution, but it's worth looking at if after-hours lead loss is bleeding you. So here's your action plan coming out of this video. 1. Set a 90-second response rule and assign a lead response owner. 2. Lead with text before you call. Build the template today, send it tomorrow. 3. Put an active after-hours capture system in place so you stop starting every morning with a cold lead pile. You're already paying to get these leads. You might as well answer them. Now I want to hear from you. What's your current response time to a new lead? And is it faster or slower than you thought? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. This is Margin and Wrench. New playbook every day. Hit subscribe if you want tomorrow's.